Ethan continues to be a modern day miracle. He's a guy who can produce kids with no balls, sit in a chair with no spine, and form entire sentences without a brain. Now, my suggestion would be to, thank his deity of choice for allowing him to live long enough without drowning in his own drool. Maybe kiss every tree he comes across and thank him for giving him the oxygen to say the dumb shit he says. But as of now, I'll just stick to talking about these two videos. I was waiting on this shit, so I don't know. He took a while to upload both highlights, and they run at an hour and 10 minutes. Jesus Christ, 70 minutes of pure hilarity and sound bites. The Gen Z versions of the Gen Z Howard Stern, which he took as a compliment. And I was like, that's only a compliment if you haven't seen Howard Stern in the last 20 years. Not like if you've been watching Howard Stern in the last 20 years. I mean, like, if you haven't seen his stuff since 20 years ago, like, because if you watch that shit back now, it's like, this is kind of cringe. This is the kind of cringe I probably would have liked as a kid. But I'm an adult now, and that's not. This isn't the kind of this is the kind of cringe that makes me go like, what am I doing here? It's the kind of cringe that's like funny. It's the one that's like, it just makes you question my life decisions. It's like, no, I'm good, man. But Ethan decided it's a compliment, so he just decided to lean into that. Okay. Okay, well, these videos aren't going to watch themselves, unfortunately. I'd like to add also that I'm not going to be playing the entirety of this hour and 10 minutes, because I don't want people just sitting and watching the entire video and not me saying anything in between, or there's long stretches of me not saying anything and just watching Ethan's video, essentially. I will try to add as much context as I possibly can, but don't worry, you're not going to be watching the whole 70-minute video plus my commentary, which is going to probably be like an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. There's no reason for that. I'm amazed that I'm amazed this whole thing of Ethan talking about this fucking situation is an hour and 10 minutes. Because one of these videos is 50 minutes, the other one's 19 minutes. Why? Why? But either way. Anyway, it's his coverage. He can talk about it for as long as he wants. I just don't think it's that much to say regarding the situation. Okay, Philip DeFranco did it in like a couple of minutes, so. Boy.
Oh, Pokimane is in chat. She said vegan requires certification.
Oh, Pokey's in chat.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what up?
Pokey in chat just said, Crew or Ethan, if you guys have questions, you can ask me directly.
Okay, great.
This is kind of important, so keep this in mind. We'll come back to it.
Pokey said, also chat, I know the comment I made was distasteful and apologize for it, but I absolutely did not say it towards my fans community. It was a bad joke towards one rude person harassing me in chat. Thank you, Pokey. We will get to that. Absolutely.
Admittedly, this is a better apology than the quote-unquote apology for her out-of-touch comment that she gave on Twitter, where she just basically justified what she said. Whereas here, she's actually apologizing for what she said and realized how it was out of touch to say it. So that's something. There's a start. But it does get worse from here. I can guarantee that.
By the way, the reason I'm even talking about this, because it might seem silly to a lot of you guys who don't know about it, is that there is so much fucking people losing their goddamn mind over this cookie controversy.
And it's the same people that lose their mind anytime she does fucking anything.
It's so dumb.
I think this clip encapsulates everything wrong with the Pokimane discourse. You'll either get people who think she can do nothing right, like these people just brought up, or you got people like this who think she can do no wrong. There's no middle ground or nuance to it where it's like, I'm just criticizing the product and the pricing, which we'll get to when they get to it. But overall, it's just people thinking Pokimane is a saint or Pokimane is a dirty cunt, depending on who you talk to. And it's just like, is there just a middle thing where it's like, I don't agree with the pricing and or don't like the product. It's never that at all, So on one hand, I see what they're saying, but on the other hand, they're not innocent in the slightest. So
yeah.
Well, I'm trying to be, I'm trying to be partial here. In my analysis.
He's full of shit.
Okay. He does try to be fair. He tries to be impartial in fairness. But soon after this, and there's a lot I cut out of this because a lot of it just is who cares, who gives a shit nonsense, but nothing related to this actual topic. But soon after, he does fly off the handle real quick with some insane bullshit.
But she says, but yes, the outrage is far reaching. I mean, even my dear friend, who I love so well, I'm a huge fan of everything he does, Charlie Penguin, made a really enlightened video about the topic.
I see a lot of people don't like
Penguin
Ethan,
Zero.
and that's totally fine. You don't have to like everyone or anything.
Yeah, I get that.
That's fair.
That's fair. That's fair. Pokemon situation is horrible, he says. It's horrible, you guys.
Pokemon situation?
Pokimane situation. With a picture of... What is this thumbnail, dude? Do you even try? Are you even fucking trying?
Wait, is that really? No.
That's
Did
his
that just
thumbnail. No,
That
is
didn't
his...
just freeze frame on.
No, that's his
something weird?
thumbnail, bro. It's literally not even centered of her webcam.
This criticism is super weird because it's like, on one hand, yeah, he probably could have did more with the thumbnail, but at the same time, to say it's not centered, it's like, well, if you've seen the actual video, it's not exactly in a her little box there is not a little box. The box there is not exactly in a position where you could center that in the middle of a thumbnail. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just such a weird complaint there that it's not centered when the argument should be, could you did something else with a thumbnail? Use a different kind of thumbnail for something. I don't know. I mean, and I don't, and I'm not saying one is better than the other here as far as Ethan and Charlie goes, but Ethan, I mean, this podcast is exactly something I would call effort. You sit in front of a green screen, talk shit all day, do some dumb memes, and play obnoxious sound bites for a large chunk of it. It's not exactly something I call effort. Okay, I'm just saying. And not only should you be self-aware about that, you should also change that. Because self-awareness without changing, self-awareness means nothing if you're not willing to change the shit that you're self-aware about. All right, I'm just throwing that out there.
Pokey responds to the price of her cookies on stream saying, okay, so this is, I guess, is this when it started to really piss people off? I mean, I guess everyone was talking about it before, but I guess this clip started going viral. And all of the...
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't following it super closely through the weekend, but, that explanation that she gave, that was last week, right? And after I read that, I was like, that's a perfectly reasonable explanation. And I guess I incorrectly assumed that would probably be the end of it. But I guess she was still getting harangued about it all weekend.
So here is the clip that changed the world as we know it. Here she is.
When people are like, oh my God, $28 for cookies?
Yeah, there's totally a way to censor that. I mean, I guess there is if you Photoshop it, but it's really not that big of an issue. But they're making it an issue because, it's Charlie criticizing their bestie. And their bestie's watching their every move in chat. So, whatever. It's just a fucking non-issue.
It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyway, when people...
So, okay, so again, to read her statement on that, she said, what did she say? Did we have it in...
Yeah, number 8 in the doc.
No, what did she leave in chat?
She said, also chat, no, the comment I made was distasteful and I apologize for it, but I absolutely did not say it towards my fans/community. It was a bad joke towards one rude person harassing me in chat.
That's what I say about Pokey. I mean, we know that she gets she gets a lot of shit from everything she does on the internet. It's been kind of a history of that. And I don't blame her for being a little defensive, I mean, it's not the best way to handle it, but it's also not that big of a fucking deal. I mean, she says, People, you're chilling. People, yo, this is not a cover up. I'm talking about it.
Dude, she was people were annoying her online nonstop about some fucking cookies. She streams how long every day? She made one little fucking comment, and then people lost their goddamn mind. They're like, oh, now we have something to use. Now we have the clip.
I know this is difficult for Starkiller to understand, and I will call him Starkiller. I know his name is AB, but Starkiller fits the it's the name he came up with on his own for his channel, I guess. And B, AB. It fits the level of intelligence this man has. It's something that screams, I'm perpetually stuck in the Xbox 360 era. So I'll just call him that from now on. I'm assuming he got that from the Force Unleash, the character Starkiller. And that is one of the worst characters in Star Wars, so I guess that's fitting that he chose that name anyway. But he put an A in front of it, which is the most boomer shit imaginable, and he's clearly not a boomer. That's kind of the how do you do, fellow kids thing. I'm gonna put a Z instead of an S kind of thing. It's like, oh, buddy. So you sure you want to go with that one? Okay. But I know this is gonna be difficult for Starkiller to understand, but here's a few things she could have did, because in the many infinite possibilities, alternate futures that Doctor Strange looked in the multiverse, she chose, I wouldn't say the worst possible choice, but she chose a pretty bad choice. It's like, I don't know about that one. That's not the worst possible thing you could have done or said, but it's not good. Okay. She could have said nothing. She could have said, hey, don't like it, don't buy it, which, okay, is a very valid response. It's like, because at the end of the day, no one's forcing you to buy it. I was going to wait for them to bring this up, but I don't give a fuck anymore. That is a valid response. Like, don't like it, don't buy it. Believe me, there are cheaper options out there. Plenty of cheaper options. I'm pretty sure there are cookies just like that are cheaper and probably taste better, too. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you don't have to buy this shit. Trust me. It's just her to make an extra buck on the side. But her initial reaction was not it, okay? And for some reason, Starkiller in the Reddit mod that I think is British, I was going to call him a Limey, and I'm like, wait, is he British? I don't know. But he damn sure looks like a Reddit mod, so I'll stick with that. Whatever his guy's name is. These two, for some reason, have this, she was tricked into that. She's a fucking adult. She could chose anything else to say. And sure, you can slip up and say some dumb shit and regret it or apologize for it, which she did. So, all right, credit to her for that. But to act like this was some diabolical fucking plan that the internet came up with, it's like, fuck, get the fuck out of here, dude. Also, I thought this was a joke, so why are you framing it like she was goaded into making this horrible statement? She said some mean comment because the internet forced her to. Again, she's an adult. She can think before she speaks. I get people make mistakes, sure. But why are we also pretending like, she's out of control of her own actions? This is strange to me. But it's kind of odd to frame it like this when she herself said it's a joke. So, I don't know, Starkiller, which is it?
Fucking whoops.
People are saying play the full clip. Is there a full clip with context I'm missing?
I mean, that's the
I mean, yeah,
one shared.
she's being sassy, and obviously calling people poor is not funny, but whatever. I mean, okay. If you think it's not nice and that's fair, then that's fine.
I mean, it's a bad call to say that just purely in the sense of like, I mean, look what's happened now. Like that is like, that's giving
right and giving
ammo
them the
to your
clip.
haters.
Right.
I mean, sure, it is not saying it to give ammo to the haters, but I mean, it is also not saying it at all. Like, I don't think giving ammo to haters should be a concern compared to, maybe I shouldn't just say it, period. Right? I don't know. That's just me. Whatever.
But I mean, I'm sure she's aware of that, and that's why she said she apologized. So
Here is let's see. She clarified it was a joke. This person, Chase, said, this has to be a joke. Pokey, there are people that work extremely hard daily doing jobs most would consider not as fun as streaming. There are better ways to word this. is damaging not only to you, but those who are in business with you and this cookie. I mean, okay. That's a criticism that's, I think, I don't
Yeah,
think...
that's hedged in a way that it doesn't seem that, I don't know.
It's not that bad. He's not being like totally vicious and a total dick about it. I don't think she was saying like poor people are so lame, ew, or anything like that. But
No, she's.
I guess you.
Sorry, go ahead.
People are interpreting it that way, where she's like, poor people who can't afford my cookies, get the fuck out. But okay, fine.
Okay, credit where it's due. Ethan, although he does sound reluctant, or either reluctant or just not convinced by him saying this himself, he is being fair to the people giving criticism. You know, he's not just outright straw manning the person who said that. He's saying, okay, yeah, it's okay, it's fair to feel that way. It's not like in the past when he used to defend his other friends like Hassan, which we saw how that turned out, and Death Noodles. It's not like that, right? Here he's like, okay, fine, that's understandable, whatever. Ethan would proceed to go fuck this up in the worst possible way, though.
So she responded to this guy. She said, while what I said was 100% intended to be a joke, I can see why it came off as insensitive, and I apologize for that. I also understand the current price of the cookies might be expensive for some, and promise will continue to consider pricing to keep Mina as affordable as possible. Also want to clarify that this was said towards one rude chatter. I did not at all intend for it to be a general statement towards my community. That's fair. I think she apologized and, you know. Was this also a joke? Here's Bobby in the comments. Fucking moron. What did he have to say? Sure, he had something good to say.
Oh, yes, Boblax. Who can forget the history between Ethan Klein and Boblax?
So I didn't know, but you had a spat with Bobby, who's also a fixture on our show.
Bobby.
Who?
We call Boblex. We call him Bobby.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh
By
man.
the way, I just want to give a special shout out to Keemstar, who's the lucky owner of 250 Boblex players.
Congrats, dude.
For real?
He stuck it to us.
He owned you, dude.
That's a funny story.
We did a gag where we bought a bunch of his plushies because he needed like 500 to meet the threshold to get it made. And then he said some dumb shit. I forget what. But we're like, fuck it. We're going to cancel our plushie order. And then Keemstar, I guess, trying to stick it to me.
Bought them?
250.
That's crazy.
It's still happening. And that fucking
That's
idiot
such good lore.
spent like $7,000.
Wow.
He showed you, dude.
He sure, yeah.
Every time I hear that Ethan is such a stand-up guy, he's a great guy, he's a kind soul, my response to that will always stay the same.
Blow me!
Also kind of funny to watch Pokimane giggle about a shitty thing that Ethan did to someone that he doesn't like, and by extension that she doesn't like either. And I think that's the part of the problem people have with her is that, again, there's those people who will say she's perpetually innocent or she's forever a thunder cunt for life, or there's people like me. There's a middle ground, but some people don't. I think there is one for some reason, but there is one, and me and others, some others are in that group where, yeah, she does get shit for unnecessary reasons some of the time, but she's not an innocent person. She can be a spiteful bitch too. Like, and it's like people don't want to admit either one of those things can exist at the same time. But either way, it's funny she does that, and she's also upset about something that Boblax did 5 years ago, which was constantly contact her about removing a strike that she put on his channel or something, or some shit. But she made it seem like it was something else entirely. So again, I'm not in that camp of she's a piece of shit always or she's always innocent. I'm in that middle camp where, yeah, you can get a lot of unnecessary shit, but that is kind of a dishonest thing you're putting out there. I mean, you could argue, well, maybe she made a mistake, but it's like, well, if you weren't sure, then you shouldn't make this clear cut, like, this is definitely what happened statement, right? This definitive statement that this is exactly what's going down. So if she wasn't sure about that, then she shouldn't have said what she said. So, I don't know. Again, I do get the impression she's very fake sometimes, but I also am like, yeah, but maybe if you're gonna go at her neck for some like some shit that she does that's like very like objectively wrong, right? Then again, this podcast will probably absolve her of everything no matter what. So, like I said, I've said before that their weak spot is like their people they're friends with. It's like when it comes to people they're friends with, they tiptoe around it as much as possible not to offend that person. But it's whatever. Again, it doesn't help that she's in the fucking chat, pretty much monitoring their every word. So anyway.
She said, this is the difference. We read this one. This guy, fuck12, said, this is so scummy, man. She is preying on her stands, wringing them out like a rag for every last penny. She's a manipulative liar and will once again pull the women get treated unfairly and sexist card again, and her sheep fans will eat it up. She responded, you're a dumbass who lacks reading comprehensive skills, so you resort to regurgitating idiotic incel rhetoric instead of easily reading up on basic CPG food industry practices. Here's what I'll say about this. If you think that Pokey is hiding behind this term of women getting treated unfairly or sexist or whatever, if you don't think that Pokey is unfairly treated, then tell me this. Why the fuck is Aiden Ross and Trainwreck and XQC and all these actual scum fuck pieces of shit that advertise gambling solely, getting people literally addicted, and frankly, statistically is going to be responsible for people killing themselves? Why is it that Pokey selling cookies, and let's just look at it as the worst faith possible, that she doesn't like poor people, that she I mean, she didn't steal the recipe. I can't even look at it that way. She took the recipe over. Let's say she hates poor people and it's a total shakedown. Why is she getting more shit than these other three scumbags that are fucking selling their soul literally to an online crypto casino and nobody gives a fuck? I mean, on the same scale, was there this much shit kicked up over XQC doing gambling again?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, now you can play the Carlin clip.
He's full of shit.
To say that XQC, Trainwrecks, or Aiden Ross didn't get as much shit for gambling, or there wasn't this much shit kicked up over them doing the gambling thing, is either you being horribly uninformed or you're outright lying. Because there's no, in this particular instance, there's no middle ground, because either you just don't know and you're just or completely unaware that of the backlash they got for this shit, the massive amounts of backlash they got for this shit, or you do know about it and you're just lying. So I don't know what else to tell you. So you pick one. I don't know. You tell me which one it is. But to say that that's the case is insane. The only reason I even know about these people in the first place, the first time I've heard about any of those three people was because of the gambling thing. And guess who was heading up the fight against the Twitch gambling thing? It was your bestie in the chat. So I don't know how you could have not have known this. So I'm leaning towards lying because you are friends with the person who was leading this charge. It was a big thing a couple years ago, about a year or so ago, maybe more than that. I don't know how you are unaware of that. So I don't know. I personally think you're lying, but I especially think Star Killer and that limey Reddit mod is all full of shit. But hey, that's just me. Maybe they're just horrifically uninformed, but I think they're full of shit. Ethan, at least I can say maybe is uninformed, because while he's asking the question if there's this much shit kicked up over them gambling, Ethan doesn't even sound entirely sure. He just sounds like he's I don't know. He's trying to he's making the claim, but he's also like unclear. But there was. So to answer his question, yes, there was this much shit kicked up over that. There was a whole controversy over it a couple years ago. But the other two idiots, they're outright lying. There's no fucking way that you didn't know about this.
Was there this much shit over?
Well, I mean, there was. I mean, we were giving them shit about that.
We do.
We
But
give everyone shit.
That's true.
did Charlie in his infinite wisdom make any videos about Trainwreck, Aiden Ross, or XQC gambling? I don't know.
I honestly don't know. He may have.
I mean,
Charlie.
you could find out.
State gambling, penguin.
And by all means, I do think Charlie is one of the highest moral arbiters in the internet today. So I'm not trying to call him out. I do believe that everything he says.
I see he has videos about it. I would have to watch it to see like what his take on it. I see he has a debate with Hassan over gambling and kick, and I know what Hassan's stance is. So
Wait.
if he's debating him, that seems like he would be.
Wait, Charlie's pro gambling?
I don't. I'd have to watch the video. I don't want to say that. I just see the top result. Charlie debates Hasanabi over gambling and kick.
And then again, if you want to talk about hating poor people, people thinks it's fucking hilarious when XQC, when people go, hey, when he posts a monetized video of him doing soy face over XQC reacts to Israeli airstrike hits Gaza Tower. Okay. And then his response to that criticism is to post himself with bricks of cash and a diamond watch. Then this is funny and cool, and we love this, and he's based. But then Pokey is a money hungry, greedy. Like, don't you see there's just such a disproportionate response here?
Now I definitely know Ethan's lying here because XQZ got a ton of shit for that. The only people who are saying he was based are people who were bloodthirsty over this conflict in the first place, or his own fan base, which is just nothing but fucking children. There's no adults watching this, and if you are actually technically an adult, you're still a child. So shut the fuck up. There's no one else here that's like saying, okay, he's based for this. Everyone else, like every other person outside of those two groups, you know, the normal people, they're saying something different. They're all saying XQC is a dirty bastard. Like no one's like saying otherwise. No one's sitting there. No one else is saying he's based for this. Everyone else is like, yeah, XQC is a piece of shit for even saying, not only for doing that, but for that response. Why are we now pretending like this is not a thing that's happening? Why are we rewriting history to defend someone? If you want to defend her, be my guest. Don't lie or make shit up or rewrite history or do anything else like that in order to defend this person. Why would you pick this example of people where people were like, yeah, XQC's a piece of shit for this? And in some cases, it's like, all right, sure. Because it's like, with Pokimane, it's like, oh, she did something bad? What happened? I need to know. Versus those other three he mentioned, XQC, Aiden Ross, and Trainwrecks, where it's like, oh, what did they do this time? Because there's already like they've already done dumb shit before. What could have possibly happened this time around? It's like there's no surprise there anymore because it's like, yeah, you're a dirty bastard, of course. So I don't know. But don't act like this is not happening. There's no backlash for what he did, or there wasn't enough backlash. There's plenty of it. The only reason I even heard about his name before watching this video in the last few weeks was because of that incident. Because everyone's like, yeah, he's a piece of shit for this. What the fuck is wrong with this dude? So I don't know. You don't have to lie to defend this person. You really don't. You know, try to keep some of your dignity in the process of trying to cover this, please.
Mm-hmm. And what's funny is Nadia defended Pokimane. She had a similar take that you just did, and then XQC commented on that as well.
I don't know.
I sent the link.
Oh, who's Nadia?
Nadia, the streamer, Call of Duty. We talked about her.
Oh, she's the girl who people say she cheats.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So she said, you guys have people like Neon, Jax, Nico, who average thousands of viewers and do nothing but spread negativity. See, I think the gambling one is even a better example, but this is a good one too. But when she sees a girl selling cookies, that's when they all want to speak out. The immense hatred towards women on the internet is unhinged. And then XQC responds. Did she even call XQC out?
Oh yes, Nadia, the woman who allegedly cheats at Call of Duty. I don't know how people prove that. I don't play that shit anyway, so I don't really know how that's proven. But when I think of her, I think of the time she doxed someone on her stream because they left her a troll donation or some shit, which you should not do at all. I mean, again, I've said this before too elsewhere, but like If you are against Sniper for what she did to Jack's films, you should not be okay with that either. And there was a time recently she decided to try to say that Activision was full of sexists who wouldn't invite her to some convention or something, some Call of Duty event, because she did OnlyFans, which was proven to be blatantly false. And my God, she continues her streak here by saying that no one gives this kind of response to Neon or Jack, who I thought she was talking about Jack's films, she was talking about Jack Doherty, or Sneeko. Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you serious? Were you dropped on your head as a child? Was your mother drinking while she was pregnant with you? What are you talking about? If for a second you want to argue that Jack Doherty and Neon don't get this kind of response, fine, you're wrong for damn sure. But you're wrong. You're just wrong. But okay. But Sneeko? His dude has got so much shit over the last 2 years. Like, how do you say this with a straight face, bro? How do you say this with a straight face? See, no, Sneeko, the fucking Andrew Tate, fucking bottom feeder. That, yeah, he doesn't get a lot of shit for the things he does. Seriously? Really? Even the community notes like, nah, you're full of shit, bitch. The one that Ethan's refusing to read for some reason. I guess maybe he will in a minute, but as far as I remember, he didn't actually comment on that. But like, yes, this is the think tank that's here to defend Pokimane. The H Street Podcast and fucking Nadia. Jesus Christ, girl, you need to get a PR team because this ain't it. You need a PR team because these buffoons are not gonna help you. They're gonna make you look worse in the end. Just a word of advice.
So what the fuck is he even doing white knighting for his home, like, for Sneeko? Okay, go ahead. Yes, Nadia. It is the hate towards women that gave the cookies their price tag. So you're angry that it's expensive? You fucking hypocrite loser bitch.
So...
You dumb fuck that messaged me my watch is worth more than your house. You're upset that the cookies are overpriced. You dumb fucking pandering misogynist loser. You fucking hypocrite. You loser. And again, I'm not even defending Pokey. Like, I can see that she made mistakes here that are worthy of criticism, and I thought like the one we read was fair. But most of it is not fair. And this one is just obscene. I mean, talk about throwing rocks from a glass house. Like, dude, she's selling cookies. You're literally getting people mainlined into a gambling addiction. You fuck. You coward. You fool. I mean, these people are the worst of the worst. You want to talk about net negative on society? It doesn't get worse than what XQC, Aiden Ross, and Trainwrecks does. It doesn't. You might as well go sell fucking fentanyl. I mean, seriously. At least you get something for fentanyl. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, please tell us what you mean.
Gambling, you get nothing. Fuck me. XQC says, yes, Nadia, it is the hate towards women that gave the cookies their price. Coincidentally, it is also the hate towards women that made everyone live paycheck to paycheck and not afford to live luxury goods. There's no valid criticism here. Tell him, Queen. You moron. And then just to prove,
to buy the cookies. I mean, yeah, it's a treat.
Right. And that's another fair point. Like, yeah, you don't actually have to buy these damn things. You know, trust me. And personally, I wouldn't even recommend you do because it's like, oh fuck, you can go to your nearest goddamn store, buy them ships cheaper than this, and you'll be fine. You know, you don't, because it's like, first of all, healthy cookies sounds so fucking contradictory to me. I don't know. That's just me. It's like, that sounds like non-alcoholic beer. Like, what the fuck do you mean? What are you talking about? I'm pretty sure it exists or something, but it's like, but then it's not really beer, man. It's just it's bullshit. You just cooked up in your fucking toilet somewhere for TikTok. I don't know. since we have people making whole meals in their damn toilets and they think it's like this is a new cool TikTok trend. It's like, this is fucking stupid. Stop doing this. But it's yeah, fair enough. Like, you don't have to buy this shit. There's cheaper options out there, but I feel like while Ethan kind of understands that, yeah, it's okay to criticize the pricing and maybe even criticize the product itself. That's fine to do. The other dudes, they here they come to save the day. They don't think you should criticize this at all. It's like, at least that's the impression I get from Starkiller and the other guy. It's like you just shouldn't do it at all, and it's just like you have to get over that. I'm just saying, man.
Okay. And then the fact that 20,000 people thought that this was a banger tweet just proves to me how many virgin, incel, women-hating fucking freaks that are getting so up in arms over a goddamn cookie scandal. And again, I'm not saying she didn't fuck up. There's definitely criticisms to be had here that she's acknowledged and apologized for. But this sentiment is truly, truly demented.
Well, what do you mean, Ethan? Like, what's being said, or what is she being criticized for that you think is bad right here? Because you've already conceded that her being criticized over the pricing of her food, of cookies, whatever the hell these are, is fair and okay. You conceded that criticizing her for what she said in that stream was fair. Okay. Even though the other guy is pretending like she was mind controlled into saying this shit. Whatever. He's a fucking idiot. It doesn't matter. But with Ethan, I'm going by what Ethan's saying right now. You conceded that these two things are fair. So these are the two things that she's being criticized most for doing. So what exactly is the problem? She's getting shit for it. And they make it, honestly, they're making it seem way worse than I've seen. Except from what I see, it's just, yeah, Pokimane said some shitty thing on stream. Her cookies cost too much, and that's about it. I haven't seen any calls to cancel her for anything, or calls to get her banned from Twitch. I haven't seen her calls to get her livelihood taken away. I haven't seen anything like that, other than people saying your cookies cost too damn much, and you said a stupid thing on stream. That's it. So I'm confused. I'm really trying to understand what, even the shit he's shown, like even XUZ, as stupid as he is, that mushmouth bastard that he is, even he's saying the same thing. Now, of course, Ethan says, fuck what he says because he already flexes on people in the most obnoxious ways. That's fair. I understand that. But as far as what's being said, what was said that you believe was unfair to Pokimane? I gotta know. And they do bring up some people in comparison that's just, oh Jesus, I can't wait to get to those clips.
He posted a video, soy facing over Israel airstrikes hit Gaza, monetized. Okay? The text of the tweet is, when I think about scumfuck degenerate content parasites look like, I don't think I could possibly create a parody more on the nose than this. Fair. Honestly. I mean, look at the fucking image.
Disgusting.
Yo, dude. That was a JDAM for sure. I'm kidding. Doing a military analysis. Yeah. But anyway, here's his response. Huh? And we're angry, and then we're angry at Pokimane, right? Just to be clear. Okay.
Once again, there was backlash against SQC for doing this shit. It's like, do you not? And the only people even giving an ounce of praise, again, is his own fan base. If your boy Hassan, your ex-boy Hassan, had done this, said some similar horrible shit, he would, guess what? The majority of the compliments to what he said would be from his fan base. The majority of what he said would, if Pokimane did some terrible shit, something even worse than this, the majority of her support would come from her fan base. If you do some dumb shit, the majority of the support would come from your own fan base. It's from their fans. No normal person thinks this shit's okay. And everybody and their mother outside of that fan base has given them shit for this. Why are we acting like this is not happening? Why are we pretending that this didn't happen? What is going on? Why is he making... This is what I hate about this video. It's like, Jesus Christ, like, are you lying? Are you making this up? What's going on, Ethan? What's going on? I know it's your bestie, but for Christ's sake, have an ounce of fucking honesty when in how you do this, please. You're trying, but you ain't trying hard enough.
I mean, I watch Twitch a decent amount. I'm sure most of the streamers I've watched has made a poor joke within this previous month. Seriously, everyone. I mean, damn.
Hello.
And it does not become a viral Twitter story. Like, goddamn,
It wasn't that bad.
No, it's
It
not
was
that big of
It
a
was
deal.
distasteful. I agree, but
yeah.
like,
I feel like I've probably made a joke like that
yeah.
in the past.
First of all, I'm pretty sure some of the Twitch streamers you watch are not some of the top people in the platform like Pokimane is. Pokimane is one of the top people on the platform. Literally, they're golden girl, basically. So if she says some shit that's not right or makes a bad joke or makes a poor joke, it's going to get caught by more people. It's going to be seen by more eyes. There's going to be more people looking at that and going, whoa, what the fuck did she just say? Some schmuck with fucking 100, maybe a couple thousand followers on Twitch, no one's going to fucking care about that unless someone gets so pissed off they leak that shit to Twitter or some other website. And then, of course, that will get people going, whoa, what the fuck? No one's going to care if it's just some random asshole on a Twitch stream saying some dirty shit, unless it's like so fucking heinous, you know, super fucking heinous. Whereas her, it's like, yeah, even just this is enough to get attention because she's one of the top people on the platform. And even you making a joke, no one's gonna care about a guy who looks like a Reddit mod saying a fucking joke because it's like, who the fuck are you? Some guy that works on a podcast, I guess. I don't know. He does something. Who are you? What is your name? Fuck you. Like I don't know why this is so hard for these people to understand.
Also, he wouldn't get canceled for it because he's famously and consistently a horrible person.
that's
And
a good
You
point.
watch for that.
Right. And Pokey is famously and consistently usually a very pleasant, beautiful person. So when she does something that exists in like the vein of neutrality, then that goes to the news. But when
Wait.
Aiden does that,
They are this close to greatness. They're this close, like this close to understanding. Now, I don't know if she's intending to mean it this way, but she is in a way explaining why this isn't entirely a gender issue or a sexism thing. At least not entirely. Again, now we're talking about Aiden Ross, which, you know, I would cover the things they say, their coverage of Aiden Ross's video. But they just mostly say that he's an idiot, and I'm just here to cover the things that are inaccurate or false. So, I'm moving on. Fuck that. But, hey, at least with this one, it's caught my attention because it's like, yeah, while Aiden's fans definitely would go at her because they're a bunch of fucking psychopaths, most of them are children anyway, so it's like, they can be saved eventually. So I'm not going to give them too much shit. It's like, y'all just kids. If you're an adult, you're fucking done. You're doomed. You're beyond help. There's no saving you. Go somewhere. Go somewhere, please. You're done. You're done now. All right. But as far as everyone else, they're mostly children, so they're doing this, so it's whatever the fuck. But she's realizing that it's not entirely a gender issue. At least that's not what at least she doesn't realize that's what she's saying, because that's what it's basically what the whole thing is. Even they're saying XQC didn't get a lot of shit for soy facing over Gaza. That's not true, but whatever. They're saying that XQC, Trainwrecks, and Aiden Ross didn't get this much shit over gambling. They did, but that's whatever. This idiot Nadia is talking about how the Neon and Jack Doherty and Sneeko didn't get this much shit for what they do. That's blatantly fucking untrue, but we're gonna move on from that. They're saying this, but you gotta understand, these people you mentioned are consistently dog shit people at the end of the day. And again, while their claims that these people didn't get this much shit is untrue, still it's like, but you have to understand, these people are consistently terrible. So when they do some shit, it's like, oh, what the fuck did they do this time? Again, what the fuck did they do this time? God damn it, I knew they did some dumb shit again. Like, with Pokimane, it's like, she's supposed to be the cutesy, innocent fucking Twitch streamer that's like all innocent and whatever the fuck. I'm not gonna go as far as whatever the hell this girl said, but I mean, but still, that's her gimmick. That's her person. That's her persona for the camera. Okay, that's what she's supposed to be. These other idiots' personas for the camera is to be total douchebags. That's their gimmick. That's their character. All right, Neon. To say that Neon doesn't get this much shit when his whole videos of him getting his ass beat by people on the street is fucking mind bending. Okay, But again, whenever they do something bad, they get backlash for it. But at the same time, there's a sense of, well, fuck, here we go again. You know, with Pokimane, it's like, well, what the fuck did she do? What did you do? What happened? Come on now. You know, she's close to getting it. They're close to understanding, and they still fall short.
Wait, that's such a good point. That must be why people get upset at me when I mess up
Because you're so great.
Yeah, it's just you're so consistently
amazing.
good.
I am so consistently beautiful and amazing, and,
Yeah.
and uncontroversial.
And an idiot, but they won't say that. They'll never mention that. But yeah, that's another reason why.
Aiden, that's one side of the spectrum. But now let's go to the other side. Someone like Mr. Beast, who's, YouTube's golden boy. What happens when he sells cookies? Not shit.
Oh no! Oh no, Starkiller, no! Oh, he did not bring up Mr. Beast to defend her, you fucking idiot. Oh no! Oh, what a dumbass. Okay, sure. Let's bring up Mr. Beast right now. The guy who just this year alone got shit for giving sight to the blind, providing hearing to the deaf. He built 100 wells in Africa. He got so much shit for that. Entire African politicians got involved. Sure, let's talk about whether he sold cookies, as if he doesn't get enough shit as it is. You dumbass. Oh my god. Wow. You stand upon... I swear to God, you went... That's a full-on Aiden Ross level of stupidity that just came out your mouth. Holy shit. I don't believe you. I don't believe you just said that. And some of that shit you covered. Oh, no. You fucking moron. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I'm done. I can't. I don't believe he just brought up Mr. Beast. Like, oh, yeah, him getting shit for cookies would be the least controversial thing this year. Oh, the deceptive editing, which I will say, yeah, that was not a good look for him. But, like, what the fuck? Like, imagine using that, even saying that with a straight face, and just like, you think that's a smart defense? It's not. Pokimane, I swear to God, you need to make this man sign a fucking contract that prevents him from ever defending you again, because he's making you look worse each time with these stupid defenses. Holy Jesus. And what's fucked up is the only person with an ounce of a brain cell in that fucking studio who actually says that doesn't actually make sense is Ethan. How the fuck do you make Ethan the smart one in this situation? How do you do that? You've now taken your place, Starkiller, among the dumbest people to make a stupid person like Ethan look smart. You're up there with XQZ and just Pearly Things. What? How the fuck? How did you do that? That takes talent, man. Holy shit.
Okay, but that's different. Mr. Beast wasn't selling like health cookies, and it wasn't like.
Well,
I thought they were. They were.
Well, hold on, no, they weren't. So, they're cheap. First of all, they're super cheap. I think.
Six pack for $30.
Yeah, it's the same. They're
Wait, hold on.
gluten-free, simple ingredients, non-GMO. It's the exact.
Wait. Which cookies? Pull it up. Let me see.
the Feastable cookies.
No, I know,
I believe
but-
this is all in the doc.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Because I thought his cookies were super
And in
cheap.
fact, I tried to look into it. I couldn't find who manufactured these, but the whole vibe and everything is very similar. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same company, since this company does seem to specialize in influencer products.
First of all, Mr. Beach is like Mr. Ghost Kitchen. The idea that he's not white labeled this is a joke.
Right.
These cookies were made by.
But yeah, he was selling it on his website, a 6-pack for $30. So it's a little bit cheaper, right?
$5.
Right.
And he's going to sell way more, so his profit margins can be lower.
Yeah,
too.
Mr. Beast can swing
What's
that.
the grams on this one? It says
the bag is bigger.
weight
as
is
well.
6 ounces.
Yeah, 6 ounces compared to, was it 4 on
It's definitely
another one?
It's definitely cheaper than Pokies, but
Yeah.
still.
I think they're all realizing how stupid of a point that was, and they're all just tapping out. Like, all right, that's it. I'm good. I'm believe this asshole had the audacity to bring up Mr. Beast as if he doesn't get shit on a constant basis for doing for doing the nicest shit he possibly can. Oh my god. What the fuck was that? Come on. You gotta do better than that, man. You have to.
But just like the whole packaging it, like, because
I don't think. Hold on. I don't think they're marketed as healthy cookies, though. It says plant-based and gluten-free, but I don't think that they're making any claims.
I mean, when I'm eating cookies, I don't want to see plant-based and gluten-free.
Okay, I mean,
I guess it's not healthy, but in the same sense that we were talking about earlier, that it's.
I think. I mean. I don't think
here.
it's exactly comparable, because then it just seems like that's not the best way to defend her. I think there's other ways to defend her that are, because Mr. Beast wasn't like, oh, you're broke, you can't afford my cookies.
Right.
But
people
he wasn't
didn't
harassed
find
to that point. That's why.
So she was harassed into making a joke. That's what she said. She was making a joke. She said she made a joke, right? So she was harassed into making a joke. It's just like these people just don't know. He doesn't know what he's defending anymore. He's just defending shit because it's his bestie, and it's just really stupid and pathetic. It's like, just stop. It really what it reminds me of is the people who tend to infantilize Keffals. They just tend to act like the Keffals was some child or something. And it's like, it's a grown adult. As a full adult, as a full grown adult, your baby, you're treating with kid gloves here, that you're treating like a baby right now. Listen, she wasn't coerced into saying it. She wasn't held at gunpoint to say this joke. She isn't under some spell from Quan Chi or some shit. She's not. This is her own thing. She said it on her own. And she admitted that, you know what, maybe it wasn't the best joke to say, but she apologized. But you're acting like she was fucking forced into saying that. You know, just stop. This guy really is the MVP of like some of the stupidest people among this group here so far. Like right now, he is. Right now, at this very point, he is. Tomorrow or the next day or whatever, it'll be one of these other dopes. But definitely, he is like the one idiot among them right now. Like, Jesus Christ.
You set yourself up for this. You have to pay now. You shouldn't be one to... I remember when I got banned on Twitch, she said that I should be banned for 2 years or some shit. For what? What's that going to teach me? You know, it's just like...
What does that have to do with her? You just sound bitter that she goofed on you.
Yeah,
the cancel culture people are now getting canceled. Because I laugh at this, Pokimane. I don't think you should be canceled for this. For the clip, but I think you should be canceled for this because of who you are. Right? What your audience is.
Well, I guess Starkiller shouldn't feel so lonely up at the top of the mountain of the stupidest person in his coverage so far. Because now he's got Aiden Ross next to him. He's got company. Aiden Ross, there you go. She shouldn't be canceled for what she said. She should be canceled for the people the fan base she's cultivated of quote unquote lefties or woke, whatever the fuck it was he was trying to say. Yeah, that's why she should be canceled. Why the fuck are you alive? Why haven't you died yet? Jesus. Why haven't you drowned in your own drool? You are a walking miracle, man. You are a modern day miracle. Just like Ethan, but for an entirely different reason. For how dumb you are, it's a miracle you haven't drowned in your own drool yet. It's a miracle you haven't... How do you know how to breathe? Ethan made that joke, but I'm now curious. How do you know how to breathe? He just wakes up gasping for air and fucking looks at a note on his desk. Breathe into your mouth. Suck in air. It's just like, what the fuck? Oh, man. This world is doomed when motherfuckers like him and Sneeko have fan bases. I don't care how young they are. I don't care if they're fetuses. That's still too young, and that's still far too many for him to have. In general, I mean, it's bad enough he has a kid fan base that's to poison with this bullshit he puts out there, but the fact that he has a fan base at all is just bad news. Holy shit! What a fucking idiot! I genuinely hate him and his ilk. Like the people they bring up, like, oh, no one gets this much shit. No one gets this. You understand? I genuinely hate these people. I really, I'm not gonna go that far. I will go that far, but I'm not gonna say it, okay? Because I'm just like, I'm not gonna get my shit taken down because I hurt some asshole's feelings. I don't care. But either way, this is just so fucking. This is just stupid. Like, just fucking go away already, Aiden. Christ. This next bit will be heavily edited though. It's like a 19-minute video that I trimmed down to like about a couple of highlights. It's mostly just them saying that Charlie's overanalyzing, and it's not that serious, and there's go rambling on about some other shit and about his shirts and some guy with a red shirt, and then about some other nonsense. It's mostly just nonsense, basically. So I just trimmed it down to the few highlights here, which, again, I'll get into the overanalyzing complaint in a second, but it's just there's a lot of just filler in this.
It's an elite gamer move that I had to take a step back to process that she would just say that publicly.
It's just not that serious, you know. I mean, call me crazy.
Just here to remind you that their coverage of this runs about the edited version of their coverage about an hour and 10 minutes. Unedited is about an hour and a half to 2 hours, maybe. It's not that serious though.
So dumbfounded upon hearing that I actually went back to her stream VOD where this happened to try and locate this moment to see what happened next. Because this is only 20 seconds. I thought there was a chance that right after it, she's like, no, just kidding. I'm pulling your leg, hardy har har, just a joke. She doesn't do that.
Oh,
You're a broke boy.
Bro,
Just say
you
so.
So what, she has to say she's joking for it to be a joke? I mean, Charlie, I thought you were the arbiter of comedy and truth on the internet.
He was dumbfounded. Oh my goodness.
I mean, what did you need her to say? Just kidding, and then it makes it fine. You wouldn't give a fuck if she said just kidding.
That's a fair point, but at the same time, I'm still confused as to whether or not this was a joke or she was tricked into saying what she said because she has the mind of a 5-year-old, according to these dopes. I don't know. Which is it? I can't. Y'all gotta make up your mind on what happened here.
She does giggle about it afterwards, but it feels more like condescending.
Look
like
at the
crime analysis.
analysis.
Oh my- yeah,
look
Jesus.
look at the level of fucking the depth of analysis.
It's just a really shitty thing to say.
Right.
And then she does what a lot of other people do, which I find really weird, which is mentioning Twitter Blue for some reason. Like, Twitter Blue offers this dog shit service for $8. You spend your money on some pixels, whatever. You spend your money how you want, and I'll spend my money how I want. Well, yeah, nobody's forced.
Do you think maybe you're overanalyzing?
Once again, I'd like to point out that this is about 2 hours worth of coverage on an incident that's not that serious, and 19 of those minutes are dedicated to a 10-minute video. Now, I'm not going long man bad here. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy and come out overanalyzing, and here you are, really, just doing exactly what you're complaining about.
To purchase your product or anything, but they were having a legitimate discussion on the price just being a little out of their comfort zone.
Okay.
How do you know that?
Okay.
What are
No,
you talking about? You just made that
You
part up, dude.
Didn't show us what that dude said to
Yeah.
her. If you wanted me to believe that, then
What?
you had to show me what that dude said. Because you're being super charitable, some random fucking chatter that we all know, and I know you're a streamer, know can be super fucking unhinged. So that's pretty bad faith and lame.
First of all, Dan, relax. She's okay. Your queen's okay. She's sitting at home comfortably watching this stream, making sure you're saying all the right things, saying the things she approves of. She's okay. Lower your blood pressure. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Okay? Fucking, yeah, that was like a jump scare. How do you know? Like, gosh, what the fuck? Oh my Christ alive. Listen, while it is a fair point that Charlie doesn't show us what that dude said, neither of these people are taking W's. They both taking L's. Because Charlie assumes this person was just being honest and being good faith with whatever it was he said to her. And H3 Podcast just took her word for it because it's their friend. And so they're not going to actually dig into and look into what this person said. So, I don't know. Like, y'all both taking L's on this. It's like, I want to know what this person actually said. Because everything I've seen as far as clips go is just her going off on the person. I never see the clips beforehand what this person said or what happened. What did this guy say? Who was she talking to in that chat? Right? If someone could send me some sort of clip of that, something, let me know. I'm not going on Twitch. Twitch is broken as shit. I don't want to be near that site anymore. Okay? That site's already dog shit to begin with. It's like, whatever. But if you can send me something about that, let me know, because I want to know what she said, or what the person that in that chat said. Because from what I can see from right now, she claims it was someone being rude. They just took her word for it and are always assuming something else. It's like, okay, so there's these people. What's the truth exactly? I want to know the truth. But yes, Charlie did take an L saying that this person was being nice. Like, was he? How do we know? And them saying, how do you know? And he made that up. You just took her word on. Y'all just took her word for it. So I mean, no one's in the right in this particular situation.
Our best whirl. Like, they had to have seen this, and then immediately, like, the office went up in flames. I don't know what would possess her to say something.
She didn't say the N-word, man. She didn't, like, use a racial slur.
Well, I mean, not here. Not now, anyway.
Nigga, you ain't funny.
To be fair, that was a long time ago, but I just thought it was funny that Ethan said that.
The top comment is, I would not pay $7 for a bag of cookies even if I was Elon Musk. How would you know what Elon Musk would do? You're not Elon Musk. Elon Musk probably pays way more for cookies.
He's known to be good with money too. Definitely not wasting $35 billion.
That man spent $55 billion on Twitter.
Yeah.
But they're just saying if it was somebody that they loved, to the extent that they love Elon Musk.
Overanalyzing. We don't do that here. What? Get the fuck out. We don't do that. Like, you crazy. We don't overanalyze here. Come on. What? Even though this person just simply said I wouldn't do it even if I had the money to do it. But, which, I mean, you don't know that. You probably buy like 800 boxes of them shit if you could. Or maybe not. I don't know. People do different things with their money. Some spend it wisely. Some buy a cesspool of a fucking psych and make it worse. Turn it into a clan rally in that bitch. So I don't know. It all depends on the person, I guess. There's a clip here missing though. Something that was said by Ethan that I said, "Wow, that's pretty fucked up," and can't wait to even talk about that. And I'm looking now, and it's not here. Wow. Don't worry, Biggie. I got you.
1,000 likes. Pokey has been acting like this for years. Look up when she tried to get a sponsor to drop a YouTuber who criticized her a couple years ago. Who gives a fuck? Probably deserved it.
Wow, it's almost like you did the exact thing you just criticized Charlie for. You made an assumption of someone based on really nothing. Well, not so much nothing in Ethan's case. He's doing that based on, it's my friend, so I gotta stick up for them. And that's what I noted earlier in a text there. I noted that he does try to be impartial, but my skepticism of that is that, well, you're kind of just saying what she said. Everything you're saying you're criticizing her for is stuff that she already said herself. Like, I would give him even more credit if she didn't say any of this, but he said it himself. I would give him even more credit, but everything she's saying, it's like, yeah, you kind of saying some of the same shit she says. You thought the comment was disgusting. The only thing you did say was that you said it was fair to criticize the pricing, which, I mean, that is fair. And it is fair to criticize what she said. But to say it's not that serious when, like, and I did check this when I pulled up that last clip. I did check this from the segment where they start talking about it to the end of the show, hour and 28 minutes worth of talking about this. So it's about 20 minutes or so cut from the actual from the highlights, because there's the actual highlights. One of them is 50 minutes, the other one's 19 minutes. So it's like that's a lot of time to be telling people it ain't that serious, right? Like, come on, man. But yeah, saying that this person probably deserved it. You don't even know the situation. How did this person deserve it? What do you know about this situation? The thing you're complaining about, the thing that Reddit mod just complained about.
1.2K people just like
rebooting,
not knowing.
You're doing, but it's fine because you're a friend. But yeah, like most people were saying, if this was anyone else, they would tear into her. But I mean, I'm pretty sure they would. I mean, let's be for real. I mean, all the defenses they came up with to try to defend her in some way, at least from other people besides even like Star Killer and Reddit Mod, they both like the biggest idiot of this whole thing has got to be like Star Killer, right? It's got to be. To even bring up Mr. Beast when he has had like 7 different controversies this year, all for the most, and that most of which for the most meaningless shit imaginable. Like, wow, this is dumb. This is dumb. and then you're gonna have the temerity to say, hey, guess what? Mr. Beast wouldn't get this much shit. And they all had to sit there quietly and go, no. Star Killer, no. Come on, man. Yeah, I was originally gonna call this the H3's podcast coverage of Pokimane was pathetic. It's actually not pathetic. It's a roller coaster, man. It's a roller coaster. Not a roller coaster ride like, you know, we're not talking like that fucking Batman and Robin ride or whatever the fuck that was at Six Flags. We're talking more like that SpongeBob meme roller coaster. It's like there's some highs and lows, like quick highs and lows, but it's still like, wait, what are we doing here, man? What's going on? Oh man, but look, I had said before, I did mistakenly say she didn't apologize in the first. She actually did apologize in the tweet. I didn't even catch that, but she did apologize in the tweet. She did apologize for what she did, and even if I think he's just repeating what she's saying, didn't dig in his heels and just go, nah, she's not right. She's not wrong no matter what. You know, he did just at least say the things, said what she said pretty much. Unlike the other people who are just acting like she's 100% innocent no matter what, which is just that in itself is pathetic. It's like, just relax. But yeah, it's not that far off to believe that if this was anyone else, they would be like, and to say it's not that serious when you've covered things on your podcast alone that's like not even half as like even less than this, basically controversies or just little things that are not even nearly as serious as this. if you want to call this serious, like, come on, man. who are you fooling right now? Come on. Anyway, the year's just about over, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some more stupidity to go around before the year's out. And well, see y'all next year, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I am what I am, and I'm going to be the very best of what I am. And for those who don't like me confidentially, I don't give a damn.